Two people were taken to the hospital after a two-vehicle crash on Murdoch Avenue earlier tonight. According to Sergeant Cochran with the Parkersburg Police Department, a Toyota RAV4 and a Chevy Silverado collided near Texas Roadhouse in Parkersburg at 7:03 p.m. The RAV4 was in the center lane and attempted to make a left turn into Texas Roadhouse and hit the Chevy in the left lane. According to Sergeant Cochran, the driver and passenger of the Chevy were taken to Camden Clark Medical Center for what is believed to be minor injuries. Murdoch Avenue was shut down for about 10 minutes as crews worked to clear the scene before being reopened. The driver of the RAV4 was deemed to be at fault for the accident. The Parkersburg Police Department, Parkersburg Fire Department, and Camden Clark Ambulance Service all responded to the scene.